What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated Tony TGT. Now, yesterday, Warner Brothers Discovery had an earnings call, and David Zaslav came in and dropped some mega bombs all over that conference. And we're going to discuss that. We're going to talk about the future of DC, why it might actually be a good time to be a DC fan. I know a few days ago it was a bad time. I said, hey, things ain't looking good, but David Zaslav just might have turned things around. We're going to discuss that. But before we get to it, we got to hit that theme music.
Hey, get out of my way. The season isn't hot, so you might as well stay. It's time to listen to the Geeks.
So this is an article from Deadline. David Zaslav talks DC 10-year plan in wake of Batgirl axing Flash still on track for release. We're not going to read this. We're not going to do the typical YouTube thing and just read an article for you. No, I'll put a link in the description of this video to the article. You can read it for yourself. I will give you the TLDR, though, and about the earnings call, because I did listen to the whole earnings call. I was there the whole time. I was on both Mad Max's stream and in RJ's Twitter space, whatever the hell they call that shit, listening in. So I heard the whole thing. Basically, David Zaslav came out. He said they are not going to release movies until they're ready. They want movies that are top quality to be released in theaters, then trickle down through their different services, Peacock, HBO Max. That way, they can get the biggest return on their investment. You see, when a big blockbuster movie comes from the theater and goes to Peacock, they see a lot more people being interested in them than when they make movies specifically for streaming services. See, when they make something for streaming services, it's always a lower quality thing, and it's something that people really aren't in a desperate need to, watch. But when they take something from the theater and they put it on streaming, suddenly people are interested. People want to see that, right? Because it's a big blockbuster movie. And that's what David Zaslav wants to capitalize on. Specifically, when it comes to DC, he wants to make sure they put out quality movies, not quantity, right? He wants the best movies, and they will be released when they're done. When they're done, not on any time schedule, not on any crunch. They're going to wait until the movie is fully cooked, fully prepared, and it's the best quality that they can deliver. Now, he wants to focus on the Trinity specifically. He mentioned Superman, Batman, and, of course, Wonder Woman, the big three IPs for DC. He wants to make sure that they're done right. And he kept mentioning Kevin Feige, saying, they want to do things the Kevin Feige way, build a big universe, build a big interconnected, synergy-based DCEU. And I'm behind that. I'm ready for it. Now, unfortunately, because of that, Batgirl was axed. He did mention that, it was built, again, not for big blockbuster theater release, but for a small streaming HBO Max release, and that doesn't fit into the plan. That's not the quality of movie he's looking to release, and he does not want to hurt the brand. He does not want to damage Batman or DC as a whole due to releasing a subpar product, right? And that's one of the things he talked about. He talked about protecting the DC brand. He said this is one of the biggest brands. It's one of the most recognizable, and it needs to be not only utilized, but protected and kept from being damaged. Too many shoddy CW productions, crappy movies, just licensing it to anybody who, comes with a paycheck and says, hey, I want to make a DC thing. And they just let them say, no more. We're not going to do that no more. This is a new era, a new dawn for the DCEU. And I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And of course, we're going to be covering it on the channel. So keep yourself tuned in. And if you made it this far in the video, maybe drop us a like. Share it with your friends, and of course, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel because you're going to find a lot of top quality things that you're going to be looking forward to watching. But as always, love, peace, booty grease. I'm out this bitch.